Africa, the birthplace of humanity, a continent of kings and queens, a cradle of gold, knowledge, and unbroken spirit. But in the late 19th century, powerful nations from thousands of miles away sat around polished tables, drew lines on maps, and shattered centuries of African unity. This is the story of how Africa was divided and how its people rose beyond betrayal to shape science, culture, global innovation, and a legacy of Black excellence that echoes today. Welcome to EFG-Africa. This is Africa Divided, the Great Betrayal and the Rise of Black Excellence. The glory before the storm. Before Europe's ambitions reached African shores, Africa thrived. Empires rose with brilliance unmatched. Mansa Musa, ruler of Mali, became the wealthiest man in human history, his empire glowing with universities, trade routes, and libraries. Timbuktu held books so valuable they were worth more than gold. Scholars traveled across continents to study astronomy, mathematics, and philosophy. In Benin, bronze casters shaped artwork so advanced that Europeans refused to believe Africans made them. In Ethiopia, dynasties stood untouchable, never colonized, never conquered, a symbol of Africa's enduring power. Africa was not a dark continent. It was a continent full of light, and the world wanted that light for itself. By the 1880s, Europe's hunger grew. New machines demanded rubber. New industries demanded gold. New armies demanded land. And so, in 1884, 14 European powers gathered, not in Africa, but in Berlin. They called it the Berlin Conference, but Africans called it something else, the Great Betrayal. No African was invited, not one. Yet with rulers and ink pens, they carved Africa like a pie, splitting families, nations, languages, and kingdoms apart. Borders that still exist today were drawn by people who had never set foot in the lands they divided. Europe justified it as civilizing. But what they truly wanted was Africa's riches. In the Congo Free State, King Leopold II turned millions into forced laborers. Rubber quotas meant death. Entire villages burned for failing to meet demands. In Namibia, Germany launched the 20th century's first genocide, decimating the Herero and Nama people. Across East Africa, Britain seized land for settlers, punishing resistance with prisons and torture camps. But Africa did not bow quietly. Ya Asantewa, Queen Mother of the Ashanti, rose with fierce courage. Samurai Touré built an empire of resistance. Menelik II defeated Italy at Adwa, proving Africa could fight back and win. By the mid-20th century, Africa erupted with a new energy, hope. Kwame Nkrumah in Ghana declared, "Freedom is not something that one people can give to another. The oppressed must take it themselves." Afrobeats is global. Nollywood rivals Hollywood in volume. African tech startups attract billions in investment. Young engineers build drones, fintech apps, and AI breakthroughs. Athletes dominate global sports. Writers win international awards. Scientists push boundaries in medicine and space science. African nations are building new alliances, from the African Union to the world's largest free trade area. The narrative is changing. Africa's excellence is undeniable. The borders drawn in Berlin still shape Africa, but they do not define Africa. A continent once divided now seeks unity. A continent once exploited now innovates. A continent once underestimated now leads. Africa's story is not tragedy. It is triumph. Africa's greatness did not begin today, and it will not end tomorrow. From ancient empires to modern innovation, from stolen wealth to reclaimed pride, Africa remains a giant, unbroken, unshaken, unstoppable. Thank you for watching EFG Africa. If this story moved you, like, share, and subscribe, so Africa's voice can continue reaching the world.